What's up, everybody? It is the Best Bot Kids Move, and I'm back with another video. Now, I know everyone is sort of losing their mind and backtracking about PlayStation and cross-gen games because Jim Ryan told PlayStation fans that they believe in generations and that they can expect PlayStation 5 exclusives. Now, he wasn't totally wrong. There are some PlayStation 5 exclusives. You guys got games like Demon Souls Remake, you got Godfall, you got Astrobot. You have a Ratchet and Clank, which comes out next week, and Returnal, which it's not much of a next gen game to me, but it's only on the PS5. So, but some of the more, anticipated games are receiving PS4 versions, which is games such as Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Gran Turismo 7. We know Kenna and the game that recently came out, obviously Spider-Man and whatnot. So a lot of people are kind of feeling certain ways. A lot of talking back and forth in regards to that. A lot of people, it does bring me back to when a lot of these PlayStation guy was boasting about Xbox admittedly saying, they expect a lot of these games to be cross-gen for the next 1 or 2 years. So first-party games like Halo Infinite will be on Xbox One. Flight Sim will likely be on Xbox One. Gears Tactic was on Xbox, One. The Xbox is probably technically only have like maybe two next gen only games that are like available. One is the medium and bright memory if you want to count that, because that's not playable on the Xbox One, but it is playable on Xbox Series consoles. But Xbox got like teased and tagged for that and whatnot. And they were touted, games are going to be held back. A lot of people ran with that, but nobody really wants to mention that in terms of Horizon. Some people are up in arms because all the stuff that they talked about it and how they were teasing and talking all this crap. Now they have to, double back or try to at least critique it. I don't want it on PS4. Why put it on PS4 if it's going to sell better on PS5? It's like, my question to you guys, why do you care? You're not going to see the PS4 version. You're not going to play the PS4 version. You're only going to be playing the PS5 version. So after it's the same thing. You're playing Spider-Man. You're sharing all these screenshots of the PS5 version, and you forget that it's on PS4. Were you playing a game wonder, damn, what could they have done if it was only on the PS5? So when I'm playing these games, I no longer have a PS4. So to my knowledge, it's only available on the PS5 to me. Don't care what happens or how it's running on the PS4. A lot of people kind of fall into this mental trap. So a lot of people have themselves like they want to talk like badly about the game as if it's not going to meet some sort of criteria or expectations. But when the state of play happened for Horizon, these same people were like, oh my god, I'm in awe, this is beautiful, this is how you do next generation, it looks better than anything on Xbox. I'm like, well, there you go. Does it still not look good? And the thing is about PS4, I don't know why people are, worried. PS4 still has, some amazing looking games. I've said that plenty of times in my podcast. Amazing looking games. I felt like the last couple releases on PS4 were borderline next gen visuals anyway. So you got nothing to worry about. But when it comes to Xbox, guys, stop talking this shit. When Xbox is doing cross gen games, stop talking this shit. Now, you guys know where I stand with Xbox versus PlayStation. I feel personally that Xbox is the overall better console. It does almost everything better than PlayStation. The only thing PlayStation has over the Xbox is first party content. PlayStation produces more first party games for the PS5 so far than Xbox has done for the Xbox Series. That's the only difference. Anything they've done, yeah, you can count probably the controller. Yeah, like it tickles you and every now and then when you're playing a certain game. Yeah, they have an amazing controller for PlayStation standards, but there's nothing else about the PlayStation that I deem better. I just think, yeah, they have more exclusive content. Sure, that's an irrefutable fact. But at the end of the day, a lot of people talk all this stuff as if the thing about Xbox and everybody's sleeping on Xbox and they keep running with this no game. What are you gonna do next year, and the year after that, like we buy a console? Yes, we don't buy the console for the first. Oh, I'm only gonna enjoy this console for the first year and that's it. It's like You buy the console obviously for what it has now, and then obviously later on you're gonna probably keep it for the stuff that's coming. The Xbox to me has a more compelling future of lineups in the next 2 to 5 years. They're gonna have a lot more games, a lot more compelling games, a lot more options. So I mean, how long can you run with that? Yeah, so PlayStation has a temporary first party lead on Xbox in terms of content. That's a temporary. It's only going to last but so long. And that argument is going to go out the window. But when you talk about cross-gen, you guys, shame the Xbox cross-gen. Xbox has been doing cross-gen. They was open and honest about it. PlayStation weren't quite honest about it. And they get you guys, they give you guys this entitlement feeling, and that when that entitlement gets like reversed, you kind of you look crazy. So back to my statement of Xbox is better than PlayStation in every single way, with the exception of this early start to the console with first party content. That's the only thing PlayStation has over it. Look at the things they did pretty much similarly. Next gen games, they both are getting next gen third party support. Both do backwards compatibility. Xbox does it better. Xbox has more 60 FPS games. Xbox have more 120 frames per game thanks to FPS boost. But even when you don't factor that in, we could look at games, because PlayStation went back and adjusted a handful of games that were big hits on the PS4 to PS5. They did Ratchet and Clank, got a 60 FPS update, like sort of like a proper next gen port. Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2. What else did they do? God of War, and you can count Neo, even though that was technically a separate release. Xbox has actually done the same thing. It's FPS boost is really just a bonus for the remainder of our libraries that we have. But Xbox went back to Gears 5 and did a proper next gen port to that. They went back to Forza Horizon 5. We Happy Few, which was a stealth launch. State of Decay 2, which was a stealth launch. They got their native next gen update. You got Sea of Thieves, Halo Master Chief Collection. There was also, you can count Gears Tactics. But I know I'm missing a couple games that were properly upgraded that didn't require FPS boost, the marketed FPS boost where the system's doing it, but they running 4K, they're running 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second. Ori, that's another one. So I feel like everything that they do, other than games, Xbox has done better. TV support, monitor support, Xbox has done it better. Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, Xbox has that, VRR, all that stuff. And I know everybody is front running with this whole AMD RDNA 2 stuff. I don't really care about that stuff, and neither do they. It's more things to add on to like the list wars. Right now PlayStation only has one advantage, and if you only game on Xbox, that advantage doesn't even matter to you. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And that's exclusive content. And me playing on PlayStation, that advantage is nullified because of the recent releases outside of Spider-Man. I either don't like them or I think they're trash. So Spider-Man, Ratchet, my pretty much anticipate Spider-Man, played, beat. Ratchet and Clank, that's my next one. And then hopefully Horizon Forbidden West is this year. But if it is this year, that's later this year. So it's going to be a long break. And you guys already know why I'm playing Returnal. It's a challenge, and I think that game absolutely sucks. There's no way if about it. I'm actually going to review the game if I beat it or not. I don't have to beat that game to review it. I will review it. But that's just my random rant about PlayStation 5, their cross-gen support, or their lying, and just another reminder that Xbox is just still better. And it'll always be. PlayStation has one advantage, and you guys are going to have to hold on to that advantage just a little bit longer. But when that advantage goes away, what's the argument? There will be none. It's my video, guys. Xbox is the best box. I am the best spot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I am out of here. Peace.